Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about another great budget shoe from Adidas, and this is their Own the Game 3.0. So retail price is set at 70 bucks, pretty cheap, same as the previous version. We'll bring up the 2.0 too. We have to. I mean, it's a super underrated shoe that is well loved by the people. First of all, I apologize for the delay in getting this video out. I've had this shoe since way before my trip back to China, like early June maybe. I've been using it for mostly half-court pickup games, light shoot around. Recently started wearing these outdoors too. So even though this might be a famous footwear special, we do have quite a lot to discuss about it. And I did see some discounts on Adidas here, like with these going for about 30 to 40% off occasionally. Later down the road, I'm sure you can find a deal of some sort at not just the major sports retailers, but also, like I said, famous footwear. I shop there all the time for budget shoes. A bunch of other discount shoe stores in your local area. Anyway, so let's get right into the 3.0, the pros and cons, and where I would rank this among the many other hoop shoes below $100. Performance-wise, cushion here, I like to summarize it as simple but effective. It's not a stiff shoe, not a brick. Some other shoes at this price range can be a cardboard. They use light motion once again, just like the 2.0. So this aspect feels exactly the same as before. I'll describe it as an evenly distributed cushion throughout the midsole. Core feel is decent, not too elevated, not a whole lot of compression in the heel there. It's not necessarily the foamy type, but impact protection is sufficient. Yes, landings are fairly smooth. You also get a little bit of bounce in your steps, just a little bit. The good thing with this setup is that it keeps the midsole more on the lighter side, so the shoe doesn't feel bottom heavy. Weight comes to 420 grams for US size 10.5. This number falls right around industry average, but for an Adidas hoop shoe, this feels pretty light already. Traction is gonna be average at best. It's not a guaranteed hard stop every time down the floor. I did have a few instances where I almost slipped on a very dusty court. Squeak is on and off, not a very loud one. This Adi wear also holds up well enough for outdoor use. No major concerns. But in this aspect alone, I would say the traction performance of the previous version, Own the Game 2.0, was better. Stronger grip, and I think much of it has to do with the grooves being deeper. Here on the 3.0, you can see that the outsole treads aren't as carved out. Like the patterns look promising. You can't really go wrong with herringbone, but it's more of a flatter surface altogether, which might explain the difference I felt. Judging it by its own, it's still satisfactory. You'll be fine on most types of surfaces. Durability should be okay for outdoor use too, like I said. It's just that compared head to head against the 2.0, I would say indoor traction and outdoor durability aren't as good. Again, that shows you why I think the 2.0 was so underrated and popular too. I see them a lot more than you think. With the fit, raise your hand if you've been fucked by Adidas sizing before. Me, multiple times, but here, go true to size. It's right about standard width and normal length. No heel slippage, so that's checked off. Yeah, it's actually a standard true to size fit. Let's not even get into how much heel slippage I've had with some of their other shoes. Here, if I was to point out an issue, the laces tend to fall loose pretty often. So you gotta either tie it up like extra tight, or you might have to deal with frequently retying the laces while you're playing in them, which can be a little annoying. Kind of like the Dame 9 Babe collab with the flat laces. These thin laces really aren't very functional either in terms of lockdown, to be honest. This shoe, you should be fine if you have slightly wider feet like mine. Very narrow feet, you can go down a half size if you like to make sure it's secure enough. But true to size is certainly the best option for most people, I feel like. The materials are soft and breathable. I had no pinching, no discomfort anywhere from the upper construction. So all these corners and edges are checked off too. Standard mesh, yes, some fusing up front as usual. It's more reinforced on the side panels than before. Not a whole lot of padding on the interior, but you get a tiny bit of plush feeling on feet, and the material at least gets a pass. For a $70 shoe, it's not bad. I mean, I've definitely seen way worse from Nike. On hard lateral movements, the containment, stability, they all feel decent. For my extremely flat feet, this is not a case where my feet will be protruding out towards the side a lot. Being a mid-top shoe, support around the ankle is sufficient too. No problems here. Design-wise, I mean, this is just a very typical Adidas basketball shoe. I do like how they kind of covered up the 3 stripes on the sides. At the back, there's a rubber heel clip that also extends out towards the middle of the heel. That really looks like their new Dame 9. It basically looks like the Dame 9 from behind. From the sides and a top-down view, it looks like the Bounce Legends, especially with the shape of the upper and lace closure. Midsole and bottom is still itself. The black colorway with a touch of gold on the 3 stripes and gray on the outsole, that looks pretty cool to me as well. They don't look as cheap as the previous version. I was even gonna say reminiscent of the Hardens or even Wave 11 with this white and black color blocking especially, but that's really pushing it. The performance features aren't quite close. Yeah, so I'd like to hear from those of you who have played in the 2.0. I enjoyed it quite a lot, and I was really surprised by the comfort level and smoothness of the midsole, especially given the price. That upper is soft and conforming too, plus the grooves feel deeper, which might make those more ideal for outdoor use. Overall, this is an excellent budget option for hoopers at any level. Safe to say that they carry down the friendliness of the previous version. What I mean is that they're super easy to use, pretty comfy, with just a small, subtle bounce in your movements. Traction is about average, but you can use it outdoors if you like. Now, as to which other shoes this reminds me of, Bounce Legends from Adidas. They look very much alike too, with the lace structure, cut around the collar, even the way they feel on feet, but this is lighter. For comparisons or ranking, personally, I would probably place it at around top 5 or maybe slightly below for this year's budget shoe releases. And that's not bad, honestly. On top, we have the GT Academy, Giannis Immortality 4 from Nike. Under Armour's Lockdown series is another famous footwear special that I think are superior with the comfort. I would take these over their Jet 23 though. Curry Splash 24 is there for the wide footers. Wade Flash is another good one for medium or narrow feet. Super lightweight and breathable. From Adidas themselves, their Trey Unlimited 2 is unfortunately heavier and fits more loosely. Dame Certified 2 has better traction, so that might be a good choice. Probably on sale too. But if you have specific comparisons between these and any other budget shoe, I can always give you a direct answer in the comments. Most importantly, let me know how you feel about this Own the Games 3.0 down below, or this line in general. Nothing but love from me. I gotta give them their flowers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.